Hello there, guys. How are you guys doing today? Oh, the world is in pain. Heal the world. Hashtag heal the world. You know, heal the world. Because right now, with the coronavirus, aka COVID-19, oh my God, all these celebrities. I mean, now we have Andy Cohen, talk show host, and now with him having being found to have COVID-19, now they're worried about the LGBTQ, what they call the alphabet people, worrying about them. Are they more susceptible? I hope not. I hope no one's more susceptible than anyone else. And we have Kevin Durant, basketball player. We got 4 Lakers. We got a guy that worked at MSNBC. We have, oh my God, I told you guys about Israel Alba and the Hanks, and oh, it's just awful. And then why are so many politicians coming down with it or being around people that have it? I mean, Trump's been around 3 people. Mike Pence, somebody in his crew has it. And it's just kind of like, gosh. But anyway, guys, I'm going to offer what Michael calls escapism. And I'm going to continue to do what I do. Got good news. Since Cecil and I are both off work, hopefully we can get our hands on the other equipment that we need. We're going to make a live 4. I've already started preparing for it. We are going, because we're both home and there's nothing to do. You get bored. So we're going to start doing a live 4. Okay, so if you guys see me just post random stuff, it's just that I'm going through my archives of thousands and thousands of pieces of information. And I just, I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this. So I'm going to be sharing things that may not make sense to you, but it's all part of the big puzzle. The advanced believers might get it. Newbies might go, she cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. But I'm not cuckoo, not at all. So Cecil and I are going to start making a live 4. So that's good news. That's really good news. We might start shooting as soon as maybe Monday or Tuesday. I'm going through my notes now, and I am going through my notes and finding all kinds of stuff that that's buried. So that's really good news. So yay, yay, yay. A live 4. I told you guys, I didn't think it was going to be because of this, for God's sakes. I want to share a little something with you before I prepared something for you guys. I want to share something with you guys. I was feeling so doom and gloomy right before this happened. I just felt like I was crying, and I was telling Cecil, I was like, I'm so depressed and I can't shake it. I'm really, really sad because I'm an upbeat, happy, genuinely happy person. Most of the time, really. I mean, everybody gets mad and gets hurt, and, of course I'm a regular person but my regular go-to normal regular personality is a happy-go-lucky, happy person, okay? And I just couldn't shake it. And, and I was like, I'm feeling this doom, this really big doom. And was it just kind of like intuition saying that, this whole thing, as far as locking down the world, like I told you guys in my last live, I told you that they was going to lock us down, and more of us are going to be locked down. And I think that that's the only way we can beat this thing. We have to, exercise, so we're allowed to go outside and walk. So we need to do walks. We just can't walk with a group of people, okay? Take your hand sanitizers with you. Take plenty of things that boost your immunity. Get vitamins that boost your immunity. Hand sanitizer, gloves. I don't have a mask, though. Gosh, I want a mask, though, but I don't have one. But I'm going to go see if I can find one somewhere. So anyway, let me move on. Okay, guys? Now, just a couple of things. Taj Jackson had said that. Oh, sorry about that. I have to call her back. But said in 2005 that him and Michael wanted him to work on a book, a movie script for a book called The Invisible Man. So is that who Michael is now? The Invisible Man? Was that a wink, wink, nod, nod? Of course it was. And then Paris, she was outside on Sunset Boulevard near Laramie, and she did a little impromptu, and she was saying, people, make sure your mind is solid, don't get depressed and stuff like that. But she was on Sunset Boulevard. She was near the Viper Room. So I don't know what that means, but behind her was a WW84, and who told me about that? Teresa and Anna Ortega Rubio, and they told me about the WW84, that was a poster behind Paris, which is Wonder Woman 84. It's an episode in 84, the 84th episode, and it's about somebody coming back to life. So somebody comes back to life in that episode. So did she pick that spot on purpose with the WW84 poster behind her? I don't know. But thank you. Those were kind of interesting things. And then, I thought about Marvel, where, Marvel Comics. Michael wanted to buy the Marvel comic book, Stan Lee and all that other stuff. And then in The Invincible Man, it had a character that was named Thomas Marvel. And Thomas Marvel was kind of the bookkeeper, kind of the keeper of information, kind of the historian of the Invisible Man. So is that where the whole word Marvel came out? Because the Invisible Man came out in like 1897 or 1896, somewhere around there. But anyway, so there's somebody by the name of Pascal. I want to mention you because you sent me that about Taj and the Invisible Man. So thank you. All right, guys. So here I am. More light. Oh, that's so much better, isn't it? Switch little positions. The light gets better. All right. So I prepared something for you guys. So this is for the advanced believers. Okay. This is like getting down in the weeds, okay? But I thought it was interesting enough to kind of go through with you guys, okay? Here we go. I just so happened to look at something that I had saved from Craig Harvey, who was he was the chief coroner for LA, okay, during the time that Michael Jackson faked his death. So I had this saved. Now, it doesn't have a check mark, but I know check marks didn't come into effect until 2009. So so a lot of people didn't know to use check marks, but this is still a good account, and this tweet is still up, okay? But anyway, this is June 25th, and he says, wow, what a day. It was a real challenge to make things happen. Be one step ahead and handle an information avalanche. Well, not only did Michael Jackson was announced dead that day, but so was Farrah Fawcett. It's kind of a weird thing to say. I make a challenge to make what happen, Craig. I thought that was kind of weird. And then, because I'm going to tell you why I think it's weird, so stay with me. Then on December 13th, he says Jesse Ventura here. He had a show called Conspiracy Theory, the 911 investigation. The last few minutes were shocking and frightening to consider. So he liked that show. But then that made me think of the book that I was talking about, Conspiracy Theories. Remember with Jamie King that I told you guys about? It has 911 on the cover. Look at the swine flu. And they did start saying the swine flu was similar to COVID-19. Okay, and this is Jesse Ventura, and that's kind of the show. It just kind of reminded me of that he was talking about. And I told you guys about Jamie King. And then this is, dates and weird things are changing. Because here it says the book was published in 2010. But here with Google Books, it is saying 2009. And I know you can change dates on Amazon because we learned that with the Mysterious Death of Michael Jackson book that was published the day before the death announcement. And we know that because we have the first comment on the 26th, but then it says that it was published on the July 1st. So that was kind of weird. And this is weird. And then another weird thing, I'm just going to kind of go away from this real quick. Another weird thing is, since I'm going through my notes, Brandon Howard was born in 1980, April 2nd, 1980, right? Why is it now saying 1982 for Brandon? Because of Billie Jean. That's why. So who is covering that up? Okay, who's covering that up and made him 2 years younger? I'm just saying, why would you need to cover up something? You know why? Because that Billie Jean song, and I believe that Brandon Howard is Michael Jackson's biological son. That's what I believe, and I believe the song of Billie Jean was about somebody not ready to be a father or a parent. Period. Okay, that's what the song is about, right? And so, and then the song says, "My baby danced. Me and my baby danced till 3. His eyes look like mine. Oh no." What do you mean dance till 3? No, the baby was next to 3. If you listen to the song, that means the baby was 2. Okay, 2. All right, Brandon's perfect age. So I'm just throwing that in there, okay? Because Brandon was born 1980. Now Wikipedia is saying 82. So there's a lot of things that are going around that are changing dates and stuff, trying to undo the good work that we have done, but we have kept really good notes. Okay, so let's get back to my notes. All right, so published 2010, published 2009. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, so we know that he says make things happen. Craig Harvey, who was the chief coroner, but the front man was Ed Winter, right, with the Michael Jackson investigation. Ed Winter, who was the assistant chief coroner. All right. But before we go there, Macaulay-2, I already told you guys this, had an official website. It's called Bunny Ears. And in 2018, look, March, almost 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, he did a post called The Beginner's Guide to Faking Your Death. And then he gives like 5 things to fake your death and how to do it. You know, there's the bribe. And then number 4 is Bribe a medical examiner, a coroner? Make things happen. I'm just saying, because I'm going to get to it, okay? This is probably the easiest way to fake your death. Move to some small town. LA is a big town. That means you got to have a lot of money. And make friends with the medical examiner so you know if they are cool with bribes. Pay them some money and explain your situation. And let them know it'd be really cool if they can just file your death certificate. Heck, they might even hook you up with someone else's information. They won't need it because they are actually dead. Oh my God. Okay, this is from Macaulay Culkin, Paris's goddaddy. Okay, Michael's good friend for many years. Okay. Then this reminded me of, and I just did this, okay? I just went to the medical examiner's office, and then this is LA County Gov Unclaimed Persons Detail. And you guys know that when you watch the live too, and my other videos, that Carlton Guy, aka Oscar Quintana, aka Michael Jackson, it's still there. It's still age 48. This is who I believe is the body double. Okay, this is who I believe is the body double. Because why would somebody name some Quintana, Carlton Guy, aka Michael Jackson? I'm just saying, okay? And this is a year and a half before the death announcement. It happens to be my mother's birthday. R.I.P. Mommy. Miss you. But we're back to Bribe a medical examiner, which is a coroner. And we're back to him saying it was a real challenge to make things happen, be one step ahead and handle an information avalanche. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. And then this was kind of weird too. I'm beginning to believe what the Hells Angels used to say, 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's the coroner death joke. But I'm just saying, I'm just putting this together, guys. All right, so we know that's who I believe is the dead body, because it just makes sense. And the body was 48 years old. Michael was 50. It makes perfect sense to me. Okay. And then, yeah, it's still there. It's still there. All right. So then, we have, I wanted to know if that was his real, if it was a check mark to really, Craig Harvey. And it's here, it says autopsy report says, they did 2 prior autopsies, 2 previous autopsies, and they didn't get the hair samples. Let me turn my camera around for that. Yeah. So LaToya had to go down to Forest Lawn in August to get a hair sample. But the body wasn't supposed to be there until September 3rd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can't keep your lies straight. Okay? Now that's in the autopsy report about LaToya. Okay, let me look that up. I didn't add that in there because I kind of just put that together right now. Okay, LaToya. Let me look. LaToya hair sample. Okay, hair sample. Let me see. LaToya hair sample. Okay, what day was that? What day was that, LaToya? Here it is, the autopsy report. All right. Let me turn it around. We're going to read it together. All right. Here we go. August 6, 2009. Let's see. LaToya went down there. Glendale. Okay, she went down to the branch of Glendale Forest Lawn. Okay. And she, the majority of the decedent was covered with white multiple towel sheets, leaving only the hands and top of the head exposed. Okay, now Karen also was supposed to have gone to, this is, remember, keep it this date, August 6th. And Karen supposedly, Faye and Michael Bush and Dennis Tompkins went down to the Forest Lawn in Glendale and made him up as well, right? Glendale, right? So, let me, wait till you guys see this. Wait till you guys see this. Okay. So, yeah, why didn't they get hair samples then? Right? His sister got to go get the hair samples? His sister? I mean, come on. Come on. And you guys remember the brain samples. They never told the results of the brain samples. And in the hair samples, there was no, what did Dr. Klein give him? Demerol. Okay? Remember I showed you in Alive 2, Alive 3, all the Demerol? Okay? Didn't show up in the hair sample though. Okay? The body was not Michael's. Alleged victim, alleged date. Come on. It was not Michael's. Okay? So, anyway. So, let's go back a little bit here. So then, of course, you go to the medical examiner, coroner. MEC is medical examiner, coroner. MEC is medical examiner, coroner. Macaulay Calkin. Macaulay, if I said Corey Feldman, I'm sorry. It's Macaulay Calkin. Okay? Macaulay is the one with bunny ears. And he's the one that said, bribe a medical examiner. Okay? This is the medical examiner right there. This is their website. So you search for Michael Jackson. They still don't have any results. Still, this is new. Okay? They still don't have any results of him being dead. This is the file number. Okay? They still don't have him in there. Why don't they have this AKA Michael Jackson listed in there? Okay? There. Nope, they don't, because they don't want you to confuse it. Okay? They don't want you to connect the dots. But we already have. Okay? So, anyway. So here is Craig Harvey. Okay? And it says here, retired. The hats I wore, Chief of Operations, Chief of Investigations and Media, PIO for the County of Los Angeles, Department Medical Examiner, Coroner. Okay? He joined April 2009. Okay? So I just find that just a little bizarre. Okay. So, Ed Winter. All right? Ed Winter, who became the coroner, I think he's retired too, but he was the main face of the Michael Jackson coroner investigation, right? And this is a letter that I had sent to him. Okay. I asked for a copy of the driver's license and fingerprints and some kind of proof instead of just your words and just a document in the wrong name saying, please prove to me that Michael Jackson is dead, right? He said, I will not be providing the information, the requested information. Then he lied to me. He said, we will not send Michael Jackson's driver's license. All driver's licenses are sent back to the Sacramento DMV, right? Because there's no driver's license in the name of Michael Joseph Jackson. And that's how he said he named and identified the body through a driver's license by the name of Michael Joseph Jackson, right? So anyway, so then I took this letter and the copies of the driver's licenses that I have and the passport, and I sent a package to the DMV, and I said, please verify. You know what I mean? Please, can you please verify that there's a driver's license in the name of Michael Joseph Jackson? Look how long it took. I sent them the note. They hemmed and hawed and called me and with block numbers and all kinds of stuff. It was November 27, 2017. They didn't send me this letter until 4 months later, almost 4 months later, on February 9th, 2018. Okay. And they didn't want to be in it. They said, you already have a copy on the phone and everything. They were like, ooh-wee. And so they tell me there are no identifiable records responsive to your request. They are telling me right here that they do not have a driver's license in the name of Michael Joseph Jackson. Then they say they don't keep the driver's licenses. Whoop. Well, then why is the coroner sending them to you? Okay. Why is the coroner sending all driver's licenses sent back to the California DMV? You guys keep records. Stop saying you don't keep them. Yes, you do. You retain the maybe not copies, but you retain the originals. Come on. The originals. And they were like, look, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. We will be closing our file in this manner. Okay. Attorney for the DMV. Okay. They never had a driver's license in the name of Michael Joseph Jackson. That is what I requested from them. Period. Okay. Period. So then we go to here. Back to LaToya going to Forest Lawn. Right. LaToya said she went to Forest Lawn on August 6th. Right. The Glendale one. Here is, okay, here back again with the informational, not a valid document to establish identity. That is when you are not, when you get that stamp, when you are not somebody who is supposed to get this information. Okay. When you are outside of having standing to get the original. If you're not a family member, if you're not court ordered to get the information, you can't get it. So they stamp everything that they give out as informational, not a valid document to establish identity. And I believe that Michael used that protocol or that procedure, that policy to create fake documents, okay? Or to create documents that aren't real. All right. So anyway, so here we go, okay? Supposed to be the death of Michael Joseph Jackson. Here we go again with the wrong name, okay? The wrong name, right? So it says here that the body, 7709, it was at the Forest Lawn, 6300 Forest Lawn Drive, Los Angeles, California. Okay, that was at that Forest Lawn. It was at the temporary involvement. Okay, it says on 9/3, which is a month after LaToya said she went to Glendale to get the body. It's saying that the body was at Glendale. Wasn't at Glendale until September 3rd, the day of the burial. Okay? I'm telling you guys. Now, this is, you know who released this? Alan Duke. He used to work for CNN. Now he was a Michael Jackson supporter. And now he is, he works for Diane Diamond. No, not Nancy Grace's radio show. Okay, at least he did last year. I don't know what he's doing now. He's the one that went and requested this. Alan Duke of a former CNN reporter. Got long hair. He ended up marrying a Michael Jackson fan. Okay, but anyway, and this is dated June 24th, the day before the death announcement last year, 2019. Okay, Then I can't even read what this says here. What does it say? It says address 6300. And then it's saying that on 9/3, is that when it left there? Or that's where, is it contradicting what's up there? You know, because shouldn't this say the Forest Lawn at the 17 whatever, the 1712 South Glendale address? I don't know. What does that say, guys? It says address, street, and name. But he's supposed to be at, we, the Understein, hereby certify under penalty of perjury that we have presented knowledge of the above facts and that the information given above is true and correct. Well, then why you got informational, not a valid document to establish identity? I believe that Alan Duke got this from the coroner's office because people were saying Michael wasn't buried and he wanted to go bam. Yes, he is. He buried there. So he released it like bam. Then he didn't realize that it was in the wrong name. A name that is Michael's fake name, an alias name, an assumed name, not Michael's real name. Okay, not a valid document. We already learned that you can't submit not a valid document to establish identity in my last video. Okay, so Latoya, honey, how'd you go, and Karen Faye, how did you guys go and do anything to Michael's body at Forest Lawn Glendale when it supposedly not got to Forest Lawn Glendale until September 3rd? I'm telling you guys, Michael faked his death, period, and there's a lot of people that are lying. There's a lot of lies going on, okay? So, anyway, that's that. Now, I know that I told you guys what the rules were for the CDC, and it's in my Alive documentary. All right, CDC, Center of Disease Control. We're hearing a lot about the CDC, right? Because of the COVID-19, hearing so much about it. All right, so anyway, so it's saying name a decedent, okay? And it says the funeral director or whoever fills out the death certificate, right, will then enter the full legal name. Full legal name. Okay, the CDC, they're not going to say only the funeral director has to do the full legal name. They're saying all the death documents, no matter who fills it out, this is kind of protocol, does the full legal name. Okay, the full legal name. Okay, full legal name. Here is the Department of Public Health. All right, let's look at this. Department of Public Health. Wait a minute. Wait, I'm going to show you. It's Department of Public Health. I'm going to show you guys. Okay. Department of Health Services is what it was called before. The Registrar's Office, the Department of Public Health, Department of Health Services. Oh, I'm getting too far ahead. But anyway, the Department of Public Health, okay? And under that are a lot of other departments, right? But it's telling us how to fill out the death certificate. It's saying also known as assumed names cannot be entered as the legal name on the death record. Okay, it says the name on vital records is a name given at birth or a name received through an adoption, court-ordered name change, or nationalization. We have no proof, no evidence at all whatsoever that Michael ever changed his name. AKAs, also known as, and assumed names cannot be entered as the legal name on the death record. Okay, now, you guys did notice this. Here is a death certificate that's not stamped. It's not stamped informational. Here's another one that's not stamped informational. Is this the same one? Could be the same. One of two. Let's see. January 8th. Nope, these are different. This has the date of November 13th, and this has the date of January 8th, 2010. So these are months later. But they all have his wrong name everywhere. Okay, now let's go back to Alan Duke, okay? And let's look at something. Here, the document he released, okay? Affidavit to amend a record. Okay, no erasures, whiteout, photocopies, or alterations. So if you wanted to change his name to Michael Joe Jackson, they could, because that's how you do it. Affidavit to amend a record. That's how you do it. Okay? And there's no reason somebody wrote they're getting a headache. You shouldn't get a headache. It's all BS. If you just let the regular information be the information and not go with the brainwash that Michael's dead, it's real simple. No headache. And I know you're sweet. I'm sorry. I'm not picking on you, Delaney. I love you being here. But I just happened to peek down and I saw your comment. Okay? So I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just telling you guys that Michael Jackson is not dead. He has never been dead. He faked his death, period. Okay? And did the coroner was the one that was paid off? I'm just asking. Because I gave him an opportunity to say, oh, the driver's license wasn't the right name. But no, he said he sent it back. And there's no driver's license in the name of Michael Joe Jackson. And when I contacted the coroner, I showed him as well the driver's licenses. So they're covering up. Michael faked his death, period. And was he paid off? I'm just saying. I'm back at Macaulay-2, bribe a medical examiner. I'm back at that. Okay? So, there is a real death certificate that's not stamped. Here's one that is. Informational, not a valid document to establish identity. And on here, on one of them, is Michael's social security number. Remember we talked about that? There's his social security number. Okay? Now, nobody knows what names is on his social security card. It wouldn't matter. Because Michael did not lie his whole life and have fake legal documents in the name of a driver's license in the wrong name, Korean passport in the wrong name, U.S. passport in the wrong name. He did not. All his life. And guess what? His valuable copyrights, oh, all of them are in Michael Joe Jackson. And there were 77 people in here. Now there's 70. All right. And all his valuable copyrights and how he gets paid royalties, all that is under the name of Michael Joe Jackson. Still, to this day, under the name of Michael Joe Jackson. I found a couple in the name, think a song that he did with State of Shock. I think he did that with one of the Rolling Stones. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that had a Michael Joseph Jackson, but then you look later, it was fixed to Michael Joe Jackson. Okay? All right. So we know that, and why do you have to stamp it? This means somebody got this when it already has the wrong name. And so I went down, let me turn my camera around. I went down to the Department of Public Health myself. I went down there and I said, well, what happens if something's in the wrong name? And they hemmed and hawed and they looking at me all suspiciously like, why don't you just make an amendment? Why didn't you just change it? You can change it. They don't know why I'm asking, because I don't want you to know that I'm asking about Michael Jackson. Because then all kind of things happen. Okay, I want your regular rule. And they said, well, if it's in the wrong name, you need a court order to change it, and it can be deemed invalid. Okay, it can be deemed invalid by people that have standing. I don't have standing. Okay, I'm not an heir. I'm not listed in any of his will, and I'm not a relative. I don't have standing. I'm just a reporter. Okay, so I'm just telling you guys. Okay, so I think I have some more stuff. Okay, I do. So look at all these dates. January 2010, November 2009, 7/7/2009, and then this guy, he's no longer there. And then now we have this guy, okay, this person, Diane, I think. What's her name? Dean. His name is Dean Logan. And this is a Jonathan something, okay? Director of Health Services, okay? Telling you guys, okay? So, the Department of Health Services. So, there's just more. I just have more with another date and stamped. All right. So, we want to get to the insurance. All right. Michael did the insurance under Mark Jones. Okay, he did not do the insurance under Michael Jackson. He did the insurance and listed some of the subcontractors and the people that he worked with on This Is It are in this contract, are listed in this policy. Okay, and the policy's for $17,500,000. Okay, but it says exclusions here. Okay, it says death, accident, illness of any kind, individual persons other than the insured person, save that this exclusion shall not apply to those persons insured here under by virtue of perils 2.6 above. Okay, so I don't know what that means, but I see the word exclusion and I see death by accident. Okay, accident or illness. Well, how else do you die? You either die by accident or illness. Is there any other way to die? Is there? Illness is old age. You just body, I guess, if your organs stop working, it's in illness. Okay, I suppose. All right, so then I went back and I looked at it, and here, see, and there's another page with all of them listed. Name the insured. This is insured persons. Okay, so if there was any insurance paid, it was to the subcontractors, the band members or the vocalists or the dancers. Okay, there was, I think there was a few $1 million, but if anything got paid, it would have been a payment not for death insurance, not because Michael died, but because the show did not go on and the show had to end. Okay, for whatever reason. And we know that there was a $437,500 premium that was paid. Okay, so anyway, so then there was a lawsuit. Okay, here it is. Here's an email. Okay, on June 24th, saying the subject is Mark Jones. Okay, is Michael. Okay, but they're using the name Mark Jones, not the name Michael Jackson. There's all kind of tricks being played, all kind of illusion, smoke and mirrors. All right, so this is a part of the documents for the lawsuit because Lloyd's of London sued because they got this letter from Howard Wiseman. Okay, this letter is saying you're supposed to pay us. Okay, dated November 1st. You supposed to pay us. And it was a letter dated January 1st, 2009. We're talking about days after. You know what I'm saying? Dang, not even 7 days, 6 days after. Right? All right. That somebody put in. This letter is sent in furtherance of AEG's July 1st, 2009 notice of claim. All right. So this was a letter saying Howard Wiseman, who's the attorney for the estate, saying pay us, right? In return, Lloyd's of London like, we ain't paying nothing, okay? We're not paying anything, okay? Then Lloyd's sued to make sure that the insurance was null and void. Lloyd sued, not the estate. Lloyd sued, okay? AEG Live, they decided that they're just not going to be a part of it. They don't want to be a part of anything. And I remember in the Catherine trial, and one of them said, oh, no, insurance is paid. Oh, no. So I wonder how much they know. So here, March 10th, and it says, you provided a Los Angeles coroner's report relating to the death of Michael Jackson, which was incomplete. AEG Live objects, okay, to this request that it seeks information protected by attorney-client privilege, the attorney work product document, and other privileges and protections. And then the estate called it trade secrets. Okay, here is the insurance company saying, we underwriters, again, request that you provide a copy of the LA coroner's official report relating to the death of Michael Jackson. This one right here, this is what they sent. This was in the file. How you gonna send something informational, not a valid document to establish identity? How you gonna send something stamped like that to the insurance company? Come on. You know, you can't use this to get in a nightclub, you know, as identification. You think that a $17 million policy is going to accept something that says informational, not a valid identity, not a valid document to establish identity? Come on now. Come on. All right. So, and then they asked again. So they asked in March, they asked in October, and AEG's like, we're not sending you nothing. AEG withdrew. The estate called it trade secrets. Okay. Here we go. Now, this is something written by Howard Wiseman here. Okay. Listen to this. It is undisputed that neither Michael Jackson Company nor Michael Jackson submitted or signed written application for the policy. Michael never signed the application for the policy. It is also undisputed that Michael Jackson never communicated anything directly to underwriters. Okay, Michael never talked to the underwriters, never. Okay, then the only representation allegedly made by Michael Jackson were to Dr. David Slavitt. He was the third-party physician where Michael did the physical under the name of Mark Jones. So Michael purposely didn't sign the policy. Michael purposely didn't communicate with the underwriters himself because he wanted to make sure that the policy was never paid on his death, on him. Okay. Then it says that it says that underwriters are two insurance syndicates operating under Lloyd's of London, Cathedral Capital, and the lead or the policy bearing 50% of the risk underwriting Talbert was following syndicate bearing 25%. Underwriters complained the remaining 25% of the risk was shared by two U.S.-based insurance companies with whom MJ Company has settled. Okay, what did they do? Give you back your they gave you back your the portion of the premium that was paid? Was that the settlement? That they gave it back to you and said, okay, null and void, no problem with me, right? All right, now what ended up, now here it is, Mark Jones again, details, there's the name Mark Jones, there's the amount, here's the letter that I went over with you guys. And then, just like I told you guys, I'm going to go back and say something about this. Oh my goodness, maybe I shouldn't forget. Mark Jones, oh man, I think I already forgot. Anyway, so remember in The Prisoner of Fame? And I put in A Prisoner of Fame how Murray was on the phone talking to the insurance company that morning. That's based in fact. Court update. Murray emailed that Michael was okay on fatal day. Okay? So, and I think that's about it that I have saved for you guys. And I was going to tell you about Mark Jones. Oh, man, I forgot. Oh, wow. So, you know, I got a lot of stuff saved. We're uncovering all kinds of things. It is without a doubt that Michael Jackson pulled off the greatest hoax in world history. And if you think that he can't fake a Bobby Anderson, you're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself. He led us breadcrumb after breadcrumb to this event. And then had them take pictures and post them online. Then people going, and with the big Jackson's Empire thermal, where it says Jackson Empire completely and with the JE hat. Okay? Michael, you can't undo it, honey. Okay? Now, if other people want to believe whatever it is they want to believe, you are free to believe whatever it is you want to believe. But so am I. And so am I. Okay? And it doesn't have to be this hatred thing or a scam or anything like that. I just know Michael Jackson. And I just know this subject matter probably better than anyone else in the whole world. In the whole wide world. I know about Michael and this death hoax. Okay? Because no one has 3 documentaries about it, a short film, a book, okay, and hundreds of death hoax videos and thousands of death hoax posts. Okay, so anyway, guys, I just wanted to show that to you guys, and I just wanted to say, yes, Michael, honey, you be careful with your lupus, and you be careful, you know, doing what you do. Stay inside. And he's like, duh, I'm staying inside. Somebody asked me, who was Michael Jackson's doctor? Who was helping him if he gets sick? I said, maybe Dr. Murray. He's the one that refused to sign the death certificate, right? And how come the UCLA doctor, Rachel, she didn't sign the death certificate? Okay. She declared him dead, which Dr. Murray didn't do because Dr. Murray didn't want to devalue the property at Carolwood since it was a rented home. And let's look at one other thing. Did you guys notice? Where's the better copy? Okay, let me turn this around. Did you guys notice this? Why isn't the Carolwood address on here? Why is Michael's Havenhurst address on here? Michael hasn't lived at Havenhurst since the late 80s. I'm just saying. And LaToya never signed a death certificate. She was the one that they informed of the death. She didn't sign anything. Her name is not anywhere on here as signing any kind of death certificate on any death certificate at all. Certificate of vital records. This is death certificate. Certificate of death. There is no LaToya Jackson signature on this. As a matter of fact, there's not that many signatures on here. There should have been like 3 because they covering people's signatures on here. Why is that blackened out? Okay, Alan Duke, why you blocked that out? Or they sent it blocked out? So I'm just telling you guys. And since Michael Jackson ain't dead, he's got to be somebody. And with somebody who's had stand-ins, proxies, surrogates, covers, fronts, impersonators, masks, disguises, we got ample proof that he does that. So I'm here to tell you, I will never change my mind that Peter Medani, Peter Michael Bobby, Peter aka Michael Jackson, whatever, that's Michael Jackson there. Whether he's hired Bobby Anderson to be his front, whether it's Michael underneath the fat suit, I don't know. But I know that he's Michael Jackson. One way or the other, he is Michael Joe Jackson. Because of 1,200 hours talking to him. Okay? All right. I think I went through enough. Okay, guys, did you get enough? Let's see. I'm going stir crazy in this house. I'm gonna have to go out and go for a walk, because we got to watch our weight, ladies. And there's, okay. Let's see. And wherever Michael is, I don't know where Michael is. So even though I'm telling this stuff, it doesn't mean that I'm putting him in danger, because I don't know where he is. And he hasn't broken any laws. He hasn't broken any laws whatsoever, so he's not a fugitive. So he's not in any trouble. Yeah, Mick Jagger. Yep, State of Shock. Thank you. And another one with Freddie Mercury. Really? There were 2? I thought it was just Mick. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. What? Somebody said I wrote a comment to LaToya telling her that I was watching Pearl Jr. and she liked the comment. You're going to have to send that to me, Kimmy Moore. You got to send that to me. And you got to send that to me. Okay. I look 30 years old. Oh, look. I got my Michael Jackson jacket on. I almost forgot to tell you guys. I got my Michael Jackson jacket on. Okay, and thank you. You know who you are, who sent it to me. I don't want to mention your name because I don't want the haters to come after you. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's see. The Michael Jackson Files, MJ Hoax. Okay, that was, with those dates and LaToya. I'm telling you, it's a hoax. People are lying. Okay, but it's good news because Michael had haters, and I know what it's like to have haters. And he faked his death to save his life, just like the name of my first book, Suicide. Did Michael Jackson fake his death to save his life? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Michael, stay safe and healthy. Is Peter in here? Michael had something when he used to wear a mask way back when. Yeah, the surgical mask. You know, on the was it Dangerous album cover, or no, Blood on the Dance Floor cover, where the two twin towers are missing. Michael says he's psychic. I don't know, but now the mass is something. You know, yeah, Latoya can't sign a death certificate, but we all heard her say it. She's not a doctor, and nobody at UCLA signed anything. You got to remember, um, at UCLA, his name was Solishan and Trauma Gershwin. Okay, let's see. You know, let's see, but don't there probably is a Bobby Anderson, just like I put in the live 3. There could very well be a real Bobby Anderson that's fronting for him. Okay, but I wonder if his birthday's really December 3rd or December 4th, which is 7 months, 7 weeks, and 7 days from Michael's birthday. You know he made that part up. Okay. Because the birthdays on these people finder sites, which are all wrong. It has December 3rd, 1980, December 4th, 1981. It has July. It has all these crazy dates or whatever. You guys memorize them. You can go check, but I'm close. Okay. You know what? I'm going to try to contact those other people and see if they want to go on live about the Prince death hoax, the senior Prince death hoax. I don't want to steal their shine. I don't want to do that. Yeah, the haters do need to get a life. You know, we're just trying to prove that he's alive, and for whatever reason, that's pissing them off. Okay, he escaped he escaped. The escape of the name of the album, Escape. Name of the first posthumous album, well, not for real posthumous, but posthumous hoax album. Michael, the next one, Escape. Michael Escape. Come on. I Live on the Lip. Come on. Okay. MichaelJacksonDeathHoax.com. They registered it after I owned it, after somebody else registered on June 25th. Come on. 2009. Okay. Let's see. Okay, guys. I guess that's about it. And I want to thank you guys for being here. And I love you guys. And everybody be safe with the coronavirus. I got some gloves. Wash your hands. You look up the 10 foods that boost immunities. So start eating those. Keep yourself safe. Exercise is one of them. We're allowed to go outside and walk. Or maybe we should have some dance sessions. Remember how I used to post links and we would dance and get up and party? Maybe I'll do that. Okay. Maybe I'll do that so that we get some exercise. And, let's see. Did you know Dangerous Recording started, June 25th show me that, Willie. Show me that. June 25th, 1990. Really? Really? There are a lot of things. Michael has a lot of things that started on a lot of dates, but that's still interesting. If you go for a walk, yeah, stay in my neighborhood. Absolutely. Okay, guys, let's see. Be safe, everybody. Everybody be safe. Wash your hands constantly. Use sanitizer. Stay healthy. God bless us all. God bless the planet. God bless us all. And make sure you have enough food and water for 2 weeks, because I think it's called a Stanford law I've been hearing, that they're going to lock us all in our house for 2 weeks. So make sure you have enough food and water for at least 2 weeks. Okay. I look pretty. Thank you so much. As a lady that's getting old, I really appreciate that. I certainly appreciate every compliment you guys give me. And I love you guys. I love you guys. All right, guys. And with that, one last thing. If it's blurry and if it's choppy, Facebook has been fixing that. Okay, so if you got a blurry, choppy one, even though I haven't seen anybody, Cole said you have a bad connection, but nobody's really complained. But Facebook is getting a lot better at that. Okay, so if you guys can get the Alive trilogy of Michael Jackson docs, matter of fact, don't even order the DVD. Just watch on Vimeo or watch on Amazon. Okay. Yeah, Peter, well, he'll call when he calls, and he might not ever call. I don't know when he's going to do what he does. Maybe he'll call one day and, we'll all be on live. All right, guys. I love you guys, and I will talk to you next time.